Our father was away from our home for years, and we constantly lived in a state of anxiety and restlessness. There were three of us siblings, and while I slept with my mother in one room, my brothers slept in the next room. I was 13 years old at the time, just beginning to make sense of things in my life. Our walls were white lime, and a gas lamp burned dimly throughout the night so that we wouldn't be afraid. When I couldn't sleep, I would watch the reflection of the fire on the ceiling, but because the walls were white, even in low light, I could see everything in the room. That day I went to bed the same way. Despite several hours passing, I couldn't sleep. I was looking at the ceiling when the door to our room opened and a man with a hat on his head entered. Since our father was not at home, my uncle often came to stay with us in the village, so I thought he had come again. But behind the man, a woman entered the room. The man walked ahead, and the woman walked behind him towards the wall where the gas lamp was hanging. The woman was wearing a white dress, and her black hair reached her waist. They didn't speak, and they both looked into the lamp's glass for a while. I could see their faces very clearly at that moment. I didn't know these people, but when I realized it wasn't my uncle, I was very scared. My tongue was tied with excitement, but then the man turned up the lamp's light a little, and I could see everything better. After turning up the light, they both walked towards the window and went outside, the man in front and the woman behind him. I started to cry, screaming, "Mom!" My mother quickly grabbed my hand and said, "Did you see it too, son? Don't be scared." My mother and I witnessed the same thing in the room that night, holding on to each other in fear. My mother didn't turn off the gas lamp until morning. It burned until the gas ran out. We kept this incident to ourselves as a secret for a long time.